Okay, this is a tutorial to walk you through how to export data from ELMS and plot it onto Google Maps Engine Pro. I'm going to run pretty quickly through this since you'll have the ability to pause, rewind, all that good stuff. So starting off within ELMS, what you'll do is you'll go right into the filters, and by the way, I'm just tabbing through this just so you don't have to wait for the actual website to load up itself. Go into the filter option, get down into your dealership. For this particular example, I'm going to go ahead and use Toyota Place in California. And the only other criteria we need to put in there is your time criteria. I'm doing this demo in October of 2014, and so I'm going to go ahead and just choose current year to date. We're looking for larger data sets here so that we can paint a bigger picture, something that's a little more in-depth than what the ELMS map shows for close rate data. And so that'll give me 10 months worth of data for a pretty large store, which is in a pretty decent sized metro area. You can go as far back as you want, even up to 12 months worth of data. The idea here is, again, to get more data out so that we can plot more data points on the map and kind of paint a story of where a lot of the leads are being lost to. So once you complete that, add the filters in there, then what you do is you go into the Reports tab and you'll click on Lead List, and that will generate this report that you're looking at here, which is the lead detail. From here, we'll go ahead and export out to Excel. And once it's saved onto your hard drive or your desktop, you can go ahead and open up that file, and it'll look strikingly similar to this lead list file here. Enable your editing, and then what we'll do is we'll make sure that we start weeding out some of the data that isn't really relevant for the picture we're trying to paint for this specific scenario here. So add some filters here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything except for lost and sold leads. That'll declutter the map and get rid of anything that's, again, not really relevant to the training aspect that we're trying to convey here. So you can see that I just took those out of the filter, and now I'm going to delete everything else. Delete all the rows that have leads that are not either sold or lost. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take that filter, and I'm going to just show the sold deals. And so what I do now is I go ahead and delete the name of the dealership that I am producing this map for, because I don't want their name to show up on the map 100 different times. So once I've done that, then I can go ahead and open up the entire filter, and now I can see exactly who the leads were that I lost and sold, and then if they were lost, it'll show me the name of the dealership. If they're sold, then there's no need to repeat the dealership that I'm doing the report for. Click Save on your map. From there you can go into Google Maps Engine Pro. So if you don't have that account set up already, it's mapsengine.google.com. The Pro version allows you to import more data points. I think the limitation on the free version is 100, and so it's $5 a month if you want to sign up for that. I'm going to go ahead and open up a base map that I've already created for a different store, and I'll explain why in just a moment here. So what I like to do is set up a base map that already has plotted all of the stores in the region, so you can take a list of the dealerships and their addresses, and then plot them out onto a map that'll give a point of reference for where the surrounding competing stores are. And the other thing I like to do is go into the base map and kind of change the view so that it's a little less detracting from the data points that we're going to be showing in just a moment. If you want to go a step further and get really neat with it, what you can do is search out a logo that you can include in there instead of just diamonds or stars for the dealerships. This is just something that makes the tool look a little more neat. So I think what I typically do is just ask Google to return a logo option to me. I get in there and you can see where I landed. Pick one, whatever one you're interested in. Go to View Image, copy that URL, go back into your map, and when you are on the layer that's giving you all the data points, you can go ahead and choose More Icons, and then drop this URL in, and that will allow you to import your own icon set. So again, just makes it a little cleaner, a little neater, so that you can identify where the Toyota stores are. From there, what you'll do, Toyota Place, uploading. And again, that's where the cleanup of the data that we did earlier when we removed all of the non-sold and lost sales is really going to come in handy and help here. So Google will automatically look at the headers and identify which are the possibilities for plotting the actual leads onto the map. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and ask it to use the customer street, city, zip code, and click continue, and that usually will do the trick. Now it wants me to ask for a title. So what happens when you click on the data point once it gets plotted onto the map? I like using the selling dealer name. That way it'll tell me who sold that lead once it's on the map here. So RSM is located right about here. Of course, it just disappeared on me. And again, it's a nice point of reference to have where the other stores are. So, or excuse me, this is a data point for Toyota Place. So now that you have all the leads already plotted on here, what you'll do is you'll click on the data set there, the layer. Now click on style, and instead of uniform style, we'll go style by status. And so obviously the only ones that we left in there were lost sales and sales, and now that gave me the ability to change that, at least the coloring by by the sales and the lost sales. So I usually go in and make the lost sale red for obvious reasons, and then I can go in there and turn the sales into little green markers. Alright, so there you have it. So that's the completed map. If you want to go a step further, you can go ahead and turn on the labels. The labels will allow you to show a variety of different options depending on what you exported from Elms. Some folks want to see the customer's last name, some folks want to see the model name, but more often than not what we'll do is we'll use the selling dealer name to be able to quickly identify which stores we're losing the business to. So let's just, for example, say that this dealership is located right directly center of this map. You need to zoom in a little bit just because it is a lot of text and it starts to overlap. But once you get to a zoom range that'll make it clear, it'll pop out a lot of the stores that are the dealership is losing the deals to. So again, you can go in and you can also switch that out so that instead of the dealership name, you can see which models the majority of the store's lost sales consist of. So if there's a trend, let's say for example they just don't have enough RAV EVs or Tacomas or whatever the case may be, you can start to work on remedying the situation based off of whatever the trend is there. So that's it. I typically don't send the link out to the dealers just because, again, I don't want them to get lost on it. I use it for demonstration purposes, especially if you're using the base map. You can see here that I actually have a few different stores layered on. That just saves me from having to create a base map every single time. If you are going to send it out, then certainly delete any other data points that you might have had from a prior use of the tool so that you don't accidentally share leads with stores that were not originally recipients of those leads.